Welcome, collective. Thank you for joining me. Thank you guys for all of your views, all of your likes, all your subscribes, and all of your great comments too, guys. I do read them every morning, and it's nice when you guys show up to the live and we get to actually talk and discuss things. Alrighty, guys, let's go ahead and let's get started with your tarot read today. So we're going to reach out to the collective's energy, and we're going to see what message needs to come forward for you guys today. I had these guys picked out, but I'm getting pulled over this way. So we're going to use this deck here. This is the one we're going to start with. This one's kind of like, I got a couple like these. They're kind of like what the other person's thinking, what the other person's feeling. I don't know why this one's coming forward today. And we're going to see what cards come out, what the message is, and then I'm going to ask why the collective needs to hear it. Let's see. I want to be honest and tell you what is really going on in my life right now. Interesting. I have loved you since the moment I first saw you. You are so beautiful. You are all I've ever wanted. I don't know. I gotta tell you guys, I don't always like using these cards because sometimes I know what they say, but it doesn't feel genuine to me. That second one really feels like kissing ass. I gotta be honest. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like somebody's really kissing up right now. I just don't know how to act in a committed relationship. You know what? That one's freaking true. That one's true. That one's 100% absolutely what I think is going on with somebody. I pushed you away because I was confused about how I was feeling. I don't think somebody knows what the hell they're doing. I don't. I was honest about my feelings for you because I was afraid. Oh, I wasn't honest about my feelings for you because I was afraid that you would reject me. I feel like that one's true too. I feel like somebody's got some baggage here. I don't feel like they've dealt with it, and I feel like it comes out in really negative ways, very hurtful ways to the people around them. I'm feeling so sad and down without you in my life. You really were my sunshine and always made me smile. I really miss what we had. Yeah, I feel like that's genuine too. This journey was never easy, but it was worth it, and I don't regret any second of it. I love you so much. It hurts. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like there's genuine emotions behind this. Like somebody would very much like to, I don't know if it's make amends or get re-involved again, but I still feel a darkness. And I still feel things that are being hidden. Unlike somebody still hasn't dealt with their shit yet. I am getting pulled to this deck of cards anyway, so I'm not sure. Like, I felt like I had to put these on one side, so I'm guessing these are supposed to go on the other. And then my spirit guides will help me sort out why the read's coming forward like this, because it feels a little odd. So let's see what's going on. Whoa, those ones. And these ones. All want to pop out. I'm going to start with the ones that fell. Let's see. Open up to change. Relax. Embrace the flow of life. Be humble. Attend to the details. Step up and lead. Think it through. Go wild. Be humble. I tell you, I do feel an energy that has a lot of baggage. I feel like this person absolutely does not know how to act in a committed relationship. They don't. Emotional immaturity, emotional baggage, fear of commitment, fear of rejection, which might be the base of probably a lot of what's going on here. Is that this person is terrified of being rejected, so it's like a get them before they get me kind of thing. I don't know though. I'd like to know where these guys stand, because they don't feel like they entirely fit. Like I'll be honest, I don't feel like this person is open to ascending. I don't feel like they're at a place where they're really starting to openly think it through and looking at themselves very, like, honestly, like brutally honest, which is, you guys know, it's what we got to do to be able to find those changes within ourselves, right? You have to look at yourself in sometimes a not very flattering light to be able to see where improvements can be made. And I just don't see this person doing this. I feel like the words might be there, but I still don't feel like we're open to changing. So like it's too scary to go all in. The risk is like, it's too scary. It's too scary. When it comes right down to it, it's just like the change can't happen. They can't make that change. Attend to the details. I need tarot cards to clarify this because I feel like some of these are kind of all over the place and they don't feel right, or I can't place where they fit yet. I need a tarot deck. Which tarot deck belongs to this read? This one. And I'm going to shuffle everybody down here. Kind of get them out of the way. Okay. So Spirit, can you please bring me some clarity where all of this fits? Eight of Cups. See, I think the collective energy has walked away from this. Like this wasn't enough, this wasn't good enough, and the collective energy has walked away. The collective energy is finding their Nine of Pentacles energy. Happiness and abundance in independent. They're finding their own independent energy. I do feel like this is partly what has drawn this person back in, is this new energy that the collective is putting out. They find it attractive. They want to come back to it. It's like a reminder of what they really did love about the collective. Because I do feel like they genuinely cared for the collective and wanted to be a part of their life. But they got other shit going on. Like, yeah, they're still ignoring problems. They're still ignoring shadow work. This person's still not dealing with what's really going on here. What is really the core of all of the issues. Page of Cups. And I don't think they want, they do not want the collective to find somebody new and to move on. This is part of their fear too, of rejection, of being completely left behind, that the collective is moving forward and so open to new things now, that they are open to the possibility of a new romance, which completely closes the door of any of this person coming back. So I feel like there's a bit of a freak out here. I also feel like this is that go wild card. It's like this is what's driven this person into taking action, or perhaps reaching out and communicating and saying some of these things. It's like driven by fear. I feel panic within it. Panic of losing that last chance with the collective. But I still don't feel the open to change. I don't feel the open to change. I just feel like a fear. That's the most overwhelming emotion that I feel in all of these cards, is just fear. This person has a whole lot of fear. Fear of being left behind. Fear of being rejected. And it stops them from growing. It stops them from being very honest with themselves. And this is this be humble card. This is this don't be afraid to look at yourself in a way that isn't very flattering, to see your personal truth, to look into the shadow, right? And to shine a light on those things. I don't see them doing it. I don't see them doing it. It's just the fear. I just keep feeling that fear drives them. Feeling lonely, feeling left behind, being rejected. They still are, it's like they're still choosing to be blind though. Like if the collective was to listen to this person, if the collective was to be like, well, are you going to change? I keep feeling like this person hasn't made up their mind yet about what they're willing to do to keep the collective. Not just get them, but to keep them. And to make it a fruitful thing, this person needs to deal with their crap first. They really do. They have to deal with all of their inner shadow work. Otherwise, they're going to keep driving this same cycle in a relationship. Like it's like underneath there. It's the core of what the problem was to begin with. And that piece of things, until it changes, will just keep driving this relationship in that same way. The Hermit card. This person needs to be alone, and this person needs to go into hermit mode. And hermit mode is it's not just about being alone. It's about being introspective. And that's what this person needs to do. They need to start looking within. If they want to build for a future, and they have to create a solid foundation for that. And that starts with sorting through that shadow work. That starts with finding balance within themselves, finding acceptance of certain things, self-love, respecting themselves, respecting others. And you know what? This heartbreak with the collective ditching them and moving on, and doing something new, I think it's meant to be a catalyst for this person to change. It's still up to them if they make the choice or not, but I think the universe has given it to them as a challenge and an opportunity. How much does this hurt? How much do you want this in your life? What are you willing to do to be able to have a fruitful partnership in your life? Are you willing to start looking at yourself and changing? I don't know. Like I said, I'll always be honest with you guys what I feel in the cards. I know it's not always what people want to hear. I don't feel this person really looking deep. It's like they're running. It's like they're running from the truth. They don't want to look into a truth. It's hard, right? It's hard work to take time and get introspective about ourselves. It's hard work to do our shadow work. And it sucks. And it brings a lot of tears. And it can be scary at times facing those kinds of things. This person doesn't want to feel it. They want to stay numb to it. They just don't. They don't want to know it. They don't want to know about it. I feel like they're like, why can't it just be okay the way things are, kind of thing? Like, why can't you just accept me? I don't know if they tell it like, why can't you just accept me for who I am? Or why can't this just be okay? It's like, it's because it's not enough. They're forever keeping their walls up. They're forever keeping these boundaries. I also feel from the cards that this person has done or said hurtful things to purposefully push the collective's energy away, to keep the walls up. It's because they don't know how to act in a committed relationship, and they don't know how to deal with their emotions. So I don't know if there was cheating or lying or secrets, but I feel like there was very hurtful things that happened. That was the purpose behind it. It was not necessarily to hurt the collective, but it was to keep this distance to protect this person. This is how this person, like I said, it's like the way they, I don't say it's the way they justify it, but I don't know if this person, I'll be honest, I don't know if they're deep enough to even think about it like that. Like that they're using it as a defense mechanism. I don't know if they're deep enough or aware enough to even think about it. This person may benefit from some counseling, I'm thinking. They have a journey. If this person wants to have a 10 of Pentacles connection, a family, a legacy type connection with somebody, they have a solo journey to make first. It's a long one. It's an uncomfortable one. It's a painful one. They have baggage. Lots of baggage they need to unpack. And I don't feel in the cards this person is evil. Okay? But they are very human. And they have a shit ton of baggage. Absolutely. The 3 of Cups. I keep feeling in this 3 of Cups, no really deep connections, or keeping everybody at an arm's length. Like, we're not really opening up our heart. We keep things, try to keep things casual, or try and keep things superficial with the people around us, so that nobody gets in too close. Nobody gets too close. Keeping the walls up. This person's really good at walls, at doing things that push people away, like assholey things. That's what I keep getting. Things that don't reflect the way they genuinely feel about someone. Because I do feel like they genuinely love the collective. I do feel there is an admiration for the collective. I want to build with the collective. Like, those things they're absolutely genuine, but this person does not know how to translate that into behavior and into building because of all their own shit on the inside. So not sure if this is coming forward because they're reaching out to the collective or trying to get a second chance. And maybe this is a warning to the collective that this person has too much shadow work to do at this point in time for this to become a functional relationship. And it's not just a functional relationship with the collective. It's a functional relationship with anybody at this point in time. This person has an Empress journey ahead of them. Whether they choose to take it is up to them. And a lot of us have been through that too. And it speaks to that healing, the personal growth and evolution. This is the journey they need to take to obtain what I think they actually truly do want in the future. I think they would like to have a loving connection with a partner. I do believe that. I can feel it in the cards. But they cannot have it until they do what they need to do here. Until they start making progress. They start to change the way they look at things and work towards balance. 8 of Pentacles. They got a lot of learning to do. I'm going to tell you, and the collective might have come to this person's life to try and shake them up and shake them into change. It might have been a gift from the universe or an opportunity from the universe to show them what they could have if they got it together. Like that motivation, right? Is this something you really want in your life? Okay, well, what are you willing to do to be able to obtain it? You know, is this a change that you're truly desiring in your life? Because if you want it, you need to change yourself. They got hard work ahead of them. This person has a lot of hard work. Page of Pentacles. Right now, they are just page energy. They're very low vibrational energy. Their drama, their conflict. Like I said, it's because of their inner conflict. It translates into outer conflict. It translates into assholey things that push people away and hurt people's feelings. But that is what's going on behind it. It does not necessarily reflect how they truly feel about people. It's fear. Just lots and lots and lots and lots of fear. Yeah, I think they're trying to reach out and connect and reconnect with the collective. And try and rekindle this. But they haven't changed. They're still like moon card. They're still moon card. This is all still a big old secret to them. They're not doing their shadow work. They're not being aware. They're not somebody who, it's like they can't give you what you're needing, right? You want to have a beautiful connection with somebody. This person might want to give it to you, but they are not capable of actually doing it. They're just not. This is their own crap. This has nothing to do with you. This is this person's baggage. It's this person's journey. It's this person's shadow work. And unless and until they make the judgment that they're going to go ahead and change that for themselves, this is the dynamic that's going to keep going on. Whatever you experienced in the past, it'll be another dose of that. A judgment can represent karma too. I feel like they are being given an opportunity to change their karma or to change the direction that their relationships go in. This is an opportunity to do some learning. The Queen of Cups and the Two of Cups. The two of you came together for a reason. And I'll tell you, I don't know that it was to stay in each other's lives forever. But I do feel like you were supposed to be the catalyst for this person. That's why the universe brought you. You were to be a catalyst to help urge them on their journey. To start a journey, to start an empress path, to start dealing and looking within for whatever's going on in there. And I do feel a soul connection between the two of you. And it may rekindle sometime in the future after this person does what they need to do. But this, in terms of having a functional relationship, that will never be a thing until this person does their work. That will never be a thing. You might always have a place in your heart for them. Or not, depending on what happened. But this will never be an even give and take relationship until this person deals with their shadow work. This is a journey that they must walk alone. It's a path that they have to choose for themselves and they have to want change. There may come a time where the two of you come back. I get pulled back to look at this. Embrace the flow of life. So it's like what's meant to be will be, right? What's meant to go will go. What's meant to come will come. Everything happens for a reason. If this is meant to come back and be a partnership of some sort, then it will come back in the future. You each will find your way back to each other. But nothing is going to work until this person deals with their crap. And that's something that they have to do. Like I said, they have to do it by themselves. That's a journey that each and every one of us has to take alone. And we have to figure it out and we have to want it too. This person needs to start finding balance. And it's going to be a journey over time. Okay? It's going to be a journey over time. If they're asking you to be patient with them, you're going to be waiting a long friggin' time. A very long freaking time. I would not put my life on hold for this person. I would wish them all the best in their journey, but I would not put my life on hold for them. Like I said, if it's meant to come back around, it'll come back around when the time is right. But it's not, this person has to come back the right way. They got to figure it out. They got to do their shadow work. They need a new perspective on life. They need to start looking at things in a different way and getting more focused on dealing with their crap. If they want functional relationships, they need to start working on themselves first. Because I think they hold you in very high regard. I think this person genuinely cares about you. They would genuinely like to have you back in their life, but they do not know how to treat you properly. They don't know. They don't know how to have a functional, committed relationship. They don't know how to contribute to a good, healthy dynamic. And they need to take time out for themselves. The Hierophant. Keep feeling they need to seek guidance. This person needs to seek some sort of guidance in finding themselves. They need to do some higher learning about who they are, about all their baggage, all their shit that goes on. They might very much benefit from some counseling. They need to also recognize that the choices that they make and their behavior drives the results that they get. They need to be very aware of that, of everything that they're doing, everything that they're saying. All of it takes them to where they are. They're the reason this relationship went to crap in the first place. Their baggage and their deep fears and giving into that by expressing those different assholey behaviors, that is what ended this relationship. So unless and until they deal with the core problem, they are going to keep repeating that cycle and pushing away people who they would actually genuinely like to have close to them. Now that's a hard realization to come to. See, you're kind of like this high priestess though. Like, you're sharp, you've been through things, you've had to deal with your own shadow work. Feel like this is something you've had to sort of do for yourself at some point in the past, so you can kind of recognize. You can recognize that this person has got their own shit that they got to deal with. But at the end of the day, again, you can't fix anybody else. Everybody's got to take their own walk. Everybody's got to do their own journey. And to get back into something with this person prematurely would just be another cycle of what you've repeated in the past. And I think you know that. I think you wish that, they had changed and they got their shit together. And there's nothing wrong with wishing that, and there's nothing wrong with still caring for this person, but recognizing that until they change, it's just another cycle. It's just another cycle, and it won't get you what you need. The King of Wands. It's funny, I actually feel your energy in the King of Wands. I feel somebody who's become assertive, somebody who's become a leader in their own life, somebody who's become confident in their choices. I feel like you will attract in attention too. So not just this person's attention, but I feel like you will attract in other attention too as your energy changes, as you become this assertive, confident person. Let me grab a couple more with that King of Wands there. 9 of Cups, yeah. You will attract in your wish fulfillment. You will attract in, if it's romance, whoever's supposed to be with you, you'll attract in a good romance. Other opportunities are going to come forward to you too, because you're not afraid to be more ascended. You're not afraid to change, to evolve, to look at yourself in a very true and honest way. This is where you're able to obtain those blessings. The 5 of Swords. I think this person wants that for themselves too, but they just can't hear it right now. They can't hear it, and they're not ready for that kind of a change. There may be a time that comes where they do, where they start to look into their inner truths. I keep feeling like right now they're not ready to hear it. Right now, they're not ready to dive into it. And I think that's why Tarot's bringing this message forward for you. Well, if this person kind of comes back your way, it gives you a glimpse of what's actually in their heart and what's in their mind, but where they're truly and realistically at. The 7 of Wands. So don't put your life on hold for this person. Don't compromise the balance that you've attained in your own journeys for this person, allowing them to come back in, because I think deep down inside, this would just be another cycle. Until this person changes, you're just going to be reliving the cycle with them. 9 of Wands. Even like, you might feel bad that they're wounded, but this is a journey they have to take for themselves. They put themselves in this place where they chased you away, they pushed you away, they push away others. This is something they have to realize for themselves, and they need to take their own power back by delving into their shadow work and overcoming their fears and sorting through their garbage so that they can contribute to a healthy dynamic in a relationship. This is not a path that you can take for them. You were only there to inspire them. Maybe at some point the two of you will come back together. I don't see a permanent separation in the cards, but I do see that this needs to be a time of separation so that this person can figure their crap out. They need hermit mode. This person needs hermit mode for sure. Alrighty, collective, that's your read.